Introduction to Plants and Animals is a life science unit incorporating ideas about needs and classification of living things and interactions with the environment. Let's look into the unit at a glance. This unit covers life and earth science standards about plant and animal needs and the connection between organism needs and where they live. Each of the next generation science standards correspond to a Missouri Learning Standard listed in parentheses on this chart. Take a moment to pause the video and review them. In this unit, students try to figure out how plants and animals get what they need to survive. The anchoring phenomenon used to connect students to the science content is an observation of a deer as it eats in the forest. What is it eating? Why is it eating? How is it changing the forest? Why does it live in the forest? After each lesson, students will reflect to consider what they have learned that will help them figure out the answers to the questions they have about the deer. The design challenge for this unit is a culminating activity in Lesson 9. Closely connected to the anchoring phenomenon of a deer eating in the forest, students use what they have learned about plant and animal needs to make a model to compare the needs of pets and wild animals. Now that we have an idea about what students will study in this unit, take a look at the unit flowchart. This unit is divided into 4 sections, and there are 9 lessons total. Section 1 asks students to figure out what is considered living. This section will take about 4 days. Here are some of the content-level big ideas for Section 1 and how students will figure them out. Students use cards, a book, and a nature hunt to classify objects as living or non-living. Using observations, they figure out that living things need food, water, and air, and they move and grow. They classify plants and animals as examples of living things. They will continue to apply this knowledge to the other sections of this unit. Section 2 asks students to dive deeper into classification and needs of living things by exploring what a plant is and how plants are alike and different. This section will take about 4 days, plus some monitoring of plant growth. Students explore bags of objects to decide which objects are living. They plant seeds to observe them as they grow into plants when given the light and water they need. Through observations of where they do and do not see plants growing outside, they figure out that plants grow where they can get what they need. Students also look at different examples of plants to see that plants have parts in common such as roots, stems, and leaves. While they are observing outside, students may also notice examples of plants changing their environment, such as tree roots breaking through a sidewalk or weeds growing in cracks of pavement. Section 3 moves students from plants to animals as they figure out how animals are different than plants and how animals compare to each other. This section will take about 7 days. Students will use card sorts, videos, and animal models to figure out what makes animals different than plants and what animals need. A special focus is placed on local animals as students consider how animals live where they can get their needs met. Students use animal models, songs, and videos to begin to explore scientific classification. Students figure out that animals can be grouped into mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish, or invertebrates like insects and worms. In Section 4, students explore how living things interact with their environments, consider why plants and animals are important to humans, and complete the design challenge. This section will take about 5 days. Students use their animal models, observations, videos, and drawings to figure out that different living things need different types and amounts of food, water, and air. They specifically connect to the unique ideas of local plants and animals around their school and where they live. They again consider how animals must live where they can get their needs met and can even change their environment to get their needs met. In the final lesson before the design challenge, students make observations around their school, discuss their favorite foods, and watch videos to consider how humans use plants and animals to meet our needs. For the design challenge, students look at cards, videos, books, and other media to make a drawing or physical model showing how the needs of pets and wild animals are similar, yet different. By the end of this unit, students will understand that plants and animals are living things. Living things have similar yet different needs, and living things get what they need from their environments. For more information, please visit our website, mySciPartners.com. mySci, inspiring the next generation of scientists.